anklet bracelet. Also special spring event priced at $24.95.
I don't think we have a lot of these because I think for Valentine's Day, these were a huge hit.
They were.
But I love an ankle bracelet.
Me too.
Again, ankle bracelets were very popular in the 60s and the 70s, and then you kind of didn't hear about them anymore. Nobody was wearing them. And I started wearing one about a year ago, and people would stop me and say, is that an ankle bracelet? I haven't seen one of those in years. So I did it for HSN exclusively with a teeny, delicate little heart with the teeniest little kiss of sparkle right in the center in both silver and in gold.
Oh,
it's
I love
so
it.
sexy.
Look at that
and
with the leopard shoes.
It
Isn't
looks
that sexy?
so great. And the heart's gonna turn. It's gonna end up on turning on your ankle. It'll be on the left side. It'll be on the right side. It'll move, but it is a head turner. People notice ankle bracelets. It's very sexy. It's something you can buy for your girlfriend. You can buy for your sister. You can buy it for your mother or somebody who's not feeling great, who's just having a bad week, just as a little lift, you know? Just to introduce them to something brand new that they don't have in their jewelry wardrobe.
And don't worry about the size because it's 9 inches.
It's adjustable.
And it's adjustable with an extender on there. So perfect. One size will fit all. You just need to choose. Do you want the white or the yellow? And at $24.95, I would get a couple of these. Fewer
and
than
just
200.
Put them away because they're great gifts.
They're going to be gone in a matter of moments.
It's going to be a great Mother's Day gift and an excellent birthday gift and a graduation gift. And I don't think that there are many left. We brought them back
like
for this show. Okay.
They're gonna go.
Okay, they're gonna go. Well, 100 of you are gonna get this little ankle bracelet. And if you haven't tried an ankle bracelet on in so many years, you should try it. And cross your legs and put on your cute sandals and take it for a test drive. You'll see, it's really fun.
This is the time of the year. I mean, we're showing today a Vince Camuto, today's special with the sandal season and spring and when you're exposing your legs.
I'm so ready to take my boots off and show my ankle bracelet.
Well, congratulations to you here. We'll let you know when these are completely sold out. But I do want to remind you that we have an entire storefront of Jewels by Jen, a Jennifer Miller collection on hsn.com. In fact, there she is. So we ask you to join us. You can see some of the prior charms that we were talking about that are available. Lots of brand new designs. She is an innovator. She's a curator. She's a style maven. She's a trendsetter. And all of those looks and bracelets and necklaces and you name it are available. You can read the comments on